First it was May, then June, and now July. So why has Google delayed the launch of the Pixel 4a yet again, and what does it mean for the phone and the rest of Google's Pixel lineup? So last we heard, the Pixel 4a was due to break cover at the Android 11 beta event on June 3rd. However, the latest information from noted Apple/Google leaker Jon Prosser points to a mid-July release instead. It's since been confirmed by Android Police's David Ruddock, so pretty much this is happening. And the reason given here makes sense. It's economical, not technological. There doesn't seem to be any issue with the Pixel 4a's hardware nor its software. There probably isn't any problem with the performance or some radio configuration, and we weren't really expecting 5G in this model anyway. You'll have to wait a little longer for the Pixel 5 to see Google's first 5G phone. What Prosser points out makes complete sense. The phone's ready to go physically, but this just isn't a great time to launch a new device from a business perspective. Early impressions of phones based on early sales do matter, and now is just a bad time to try and rack up those early sales. US consumer spending in March was down 7.5% according to the Bureau of Economic Analysis, which is a huge shift. Most months the change is in fractions of a percent. April and May are likely to be even worse as lockdowns start to bite. The effects on discretionary purchases like new phones have been hit as people look more critically at a very uncertain financial future. For the time being, most of the Western world is still locked down, and though restrictions are starting to be eased in some places, the economic picture in early June is unlikely to look drastically different from today. In a bit of coincidental news, rumours point to Amazon pushing back its annual Prime Day event from July to September. The online retail behemoth clearly sees it as a bad idea to try and prise open consumers' wallets for non-essential or even frivolous purchases anytime soon. Even though the 4a is the inexpensive Pixel, which helps Google in this case, it still isn't the best retail environment to be selling anything that's going to cost around $350 and in all likelihood replace the perfectly good working phone that you already have. Giving the world in general, and the US in particular, time to rebound economically before launching a new phone makes sense. Google's hardware business is inconsequentially small compared to the company's bottom line, so unlike Apple's new iPhone SE, there's really no scramble to get the Pixel 4a out early to start making money on it. To put it simply, Google can afford to wait another month or so. After all, the optics of a slow launch would in many ways be more damaging than a mere month of lost sales on the balance sheet. And that's especially true in light of recent reports suggesting last year's Pixel 4 was a retail flop. Indeed, Google seems to be realigning its entire Pixel phone line around much more budget-conscious price points this year. A recent Google survey appears to corroborate details from 9to5Google, suggesting a highly competitive $350 price point for the 128GB 4a and just $699 for the base model of the Pixel 5. That model is reported to be saving money by using a mid to high tier Snapdragon 765 processor instead of the usual 8 series. All of which would see Google basically withdraw from the super premium flagship segment altogether. And that might actually fit pretty well into a newly thrifty consumer landscape. At the moment though, Google still sells discounted Pixel 3a's, which fills the gap for people who want a budget-focused phone and have a Pixel in mind. And for the rest of us who care enough to know the Pixel 4a is on the horizon, we can probably handle waiting just a little bit longer. That's it for now. Let us know what you think of the apparent Pixel 4a delay down in the comments. Are you going to wait around for the July launch, or would you be tempted to jump ship to the competition? Finally, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss our first proper look at the Pixel 4a when it does arrive. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.